Right, welcome to RC Cars R Us. We're just going to have a quick look at this car here. There's a couple of things I want to look at. There's a little bit of a history with this car. I'm going to put that body shell to one side so you don't see it, but I'll tell you about it during the time of me having a look at this car. So if you ever if you ever seen this car before, let me know. But anyway, I'm just going to have a look at this engine mount. Because one of the screws when I got it was missing, and I just wanted to know why and do a little bit of investigation on it. So one of them is really tight, which is this one, and I think I might have to hammer a star point into that and get it out. This one seems to be really tight as well. This one seems to be cross-threaded, and this one seems to be okay. So I just need to find out why this one's cross-threaded. I think the previous owner has given me an extra mount, so I just want to see what's going on with that. Also, the diffs. Look, there's nothing in it. Nothing in the diffs, bone dry. I haven't got the right diff oil for this. I think, my friend, I just spoke to my friend on the phone now, and he said that it needs to be about 7,000 or 5,000. I've got 10, so we're going to quickly have a look at this because this is important. I don't want this to move anywhere. I've had this before where as soon as this moves out the way, teeth start shredding, and I definitely don't want it. I mean, it's not moving anywhere, but I've had it before where they come loose. So this is important. First, let's get this sorted out, then the diffs, and then if I've got any spare shock oil, I'll have a look at the shocks, and then we'll take it out for the weekend. So I'm not too sure how I am going to. I'm going to do it the conventional way. Let's see. We get a little bit more leverage on. See, I'm not too sure if I'm going to. Oh my God. See? So let's have a look. That proper snapped out. Now this one I noticed is dodgy, so I'm not too sure how am I going to get this one out, and I think it's going to have to be one of those star points. But if they're really so I've got Torx bits, and I think I'm gonna have to hammer one of these in. I'm not too sure if my impact driver is gonna take it out, so it could be a case of, so if I hammer this, I don't want to. I'm going to hammer it on the engine head, but it's on the rubber. It's on the rubber. That's it. That's in. So you can see that's proper in now. So I'm not too sure if this impact driver is good enough to take it out. Oh, it has. Nice. It has. So we have got the engine, and let's see. This one's normal. Oh, actually, I'm just going to see if he gave me an extra engine mount, didn't he? So I'm just going to have a look. dropped a couple of things in this bag, so let's put these over there. See. Okay. Oh, look at this. So we got spares. Nice. And look, he's put nuts on the end of them. He's put nuts on the end of it.
Maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
It. That is in. Right, okay, since the engine is out, we need to look at the diffs, so my friend says. So how do we get these out? So I think the quickest way is to unbolt them from the bottom of the chassis, isn't it? Or can we do it by half? So basically, if we take this out, then this off. If we take this off and that out, we can just pull the whole diff out. I'm not too sure. I'm just winging it for now and see what happens. Right, I'm not too sure whether I should do this on camera. So I'm going to go off the camera. I'm going to undo it. I'll take the diffs out. I've got to put some rag down because it's all dirty here. And I'll be back. So, managed to get the diff out. It wasn't nice. It wasn't nice what I see after. But it comes apart pretty easy. What it is just the diff was covered really bad. It wasn't cleaned at all. So I'm going to, oh, these are actually locked in. So I'm gonna soak this in some brake fluid, probably overnight. Try and get the rest of it off, all the mud and the grease out and all that kind of stuff in there. The shafts, I've got some. Oh look, that one's bent. Bloody hell, that one's bent. So I'm gonna have to straighten that one. I'll straighten that one. That's pretty easy to straight. That one was the center one, so I don't know if that's any different. Oh, it is. It's slightly longer. So I've got to remember that's the center one that went in there, and these two are the shaft ones. A bit bent, doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is these bearings are a little bit gritty, so I'm going to take it all apart and then put it to soak, And then while I'm putting it to soak, I'm just gonna get a little bit of early night. Actually, I'm actually gonna take the front off. So all of these screws and bits and pieces are for the rear. So I'm gonna keep in a bag in the rear. I think I can work all those out anyway. Most of them I can work out. It's just the hinge pins. I think the bottom ones were long and the top ones were short. And we got 2 screws for the bar, and then the 4 screws that go underneath. So it's not really that much. So I'm gonna get a bowl, soak this plastic, put these engine mounts in the spare box, and I'm gonna undo the front and do the same with the front. So I'll be back again in a minute. Is it dark this side? Is it dark here? Not too sure. Anyway, I've totally stripped down the Hyper 7. I've got my front screws and bits in this bag, the rear screws and bits in this bag. I've refitted the engine mount. That's all good, ready to go. Now I've got the diffs and the bearings in a solution of brake cleaner and WD-40. Yep, that's what I've got in there. So I've just got a big solution of it in there. Gonna soak overnight because they're really bad. They're starting to clean up already. The dirt well, you can see by the water. Look at the water. So I'm gonna leave that there overnight. I've got the other bits in here, which has got it's got a cocktail of chemicals in there, and you can see the dirt is just like falling off at the moment, and it won't rust. It's not going to rust this. It's actually going to come off all shiny. So I'm just going to fill this up with hot water and leave that to soak as well, and hopefully in the morning all this will be clean. So that's it for now. Until the next time, I'll see you on the other side of putting this back together. See you in a bit.